Greetings. It brings me great honor today to introduce our guest speaker. Dr. Jennifer Young Wallace is a tenured associate professor, coordinator of the doctoral program, Educational Leadership of the College of Education at the Jackson State University. Dr. Wallace was recently elected President 2025-2026 for the Association of Teachers, Educators, making history as the first president who is an alumnus and employed at an HBCU. She is the fifth African American president in the 105-year history of the organization. She travels over the United States as a keynote speaker for national conferences, commencement, and baccalaureate exercises. Dr. Wallace was recently recognized on the floor of Mississippi House of Representatives after the House voted on a resolution recognizing her work in K-12 and higher education on the state and national levels. The resolution is a part of Mississippi History Archives. She was awarded Competitive Summer 2024 Institute of Justice Faculty Fellowship for her social justice research and Injustice to Social Justice. The Mississippi Black Caucus Perspective on Critical Race Theory. She was invited by Harvard University Black Teacher Archive Project Administration to join their 2-year project to bring exposure and acknowledgement to historic archive. Dr. Wallace has over 30 journal articles and book chapters published in noteworthy educational journals. Her research agenda includes K-12 pedagogy, critical race theory, educational training, and leadership. She has reviewed numerous educational books and has written foreword and afterword for numerous educational books. She serves as principal investigator for numerous grants supporting educational opportunities for middle and high school students. Dr. Wallace received her bachelor's degree from Alcorn State University in English and Journalism, master's from Jackson State University in Counseling Psychology, master's degree in English from Mississippi College, and Doctor of Physiology degree in Educational Administration from Jackson State. She completed two-year Bible training class from the World Life Ministries. She serves on numerous committees, task force for the Mississippi Department of Education, focusing on teacher preparation. She holds numerous K-12 educators license, including Administration Council, English, and Psychometry. Dr. Wallace has manifold her experience and collaborations in education on a local scale, regional scale, and national levels. She has received numerous local, state, and national awards for her dedication in education and her community. She is a member of the Lee Flores Bluff chapter of the Links Incorporated, where she has served on the internal audit chair and now a financial secretary, vice president of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Central Mississippi chapter, assistant governor for the Rotary Club, District 6,820, and organizations, conferences, collegiate and high school graduations. She has presented her research on leadership and educational trends at numerous national conferences. Lastly, she is married to Michael A. Wallace and is a daughter of Mr. Lanier and Mrs. Mattie L. Young of Kruger, Mississippi. She enjoys spending time with her family and sisters, Gwendolyn Young. Overall, Dr. Wallace is thankful that God has given her the spirit of giving, serving, and sharing. She has a passion for education and considers her engagement an educational ministry. Her motto is, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Dr. Wallace?
Wow, thank you to our SGA president for that wonderful introduction. Please remember those things for Dr. Wallace. But prior to Dr. Wallace coming, we're going to hear from our wonderful, renowned Kahoma Community College Choir. Let's give them a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. At this time, our choir will come to you with two songs. First being "We Are Climbing Jacob's Ladder," arranged by Horace Boyer, followed by an African piece that's native to South Africa, Shosholoza, which means "Go Forward." And as our choir continue to come, let me at least allow this time to invite all of you all to our spring concert, which will be held this Sunday, April 13th, at 6:30 p.m. at Union Grove Church. Admission is free. This Sunday at Union Grove at 6:30. Hope to see you there. This next piece was written by Dr. Jeffrey Ames, who serves as the choir director at Belmont University, and he's also now our current president for our Southern Regional of ACDA. That stands for American Choir Directors Association. He just sent us an email on Sunday inviting our choir to participate in a major collaborative work to where we'll be combining with maybe 2 or 3 other university choirs to perform a great work for the Southern Regional of ACDA. You can hear more information about that later. Thank you.
Shosholosa, Shosholosa, Excellenza, Simela, Sifumesa, Shosholosa, Shosholosa, Excellenza, Simela, Sifumesa, Yabaleka, Yabaleka, Yabaleka,
Now we will welcome our speaker, Dr. Jennifer Wallace.
Thank you very much.
Well, I heard a song the other day that said, let your light shine. Let your light shine, shine, shine. There may be somebody lost in the valley trying to get home. Now, I know I'm not the only one that has heard that song. So it is here at Coahoma Junior Community College, which has been a beacon of light for students over 76 years, providing young men and women with a chance at being vital, educated citizens in this country. What a great day it is to be here. I thank you. Established in 1949, you all know who I'm talking about. You're still standing as one of America's HBCUs. I love that I'm a graduate, a product of an HBCU, Alcorn State University. But I must acknowledge Jackson State University because that's where I get my check. And I don't want my president mad at me for not acknowledging that. Coahoma Community College still standing through years of segregation, still standing through years of depression, oppression, suppression, repression, like other HBCUs, still standing when the funding distributions were inequitable, still shining and standing 5 years before Brown versus Board of Education, still standing when there were black bathrooms, white bathrooms, black water fountains, white water fountains, still standing. Growing up in the Baptist church in a big town called Cougar, Mississippi, population 250, 248, my sister and I left. Growing up in this Baptist church, we used to sing a song, we've come a long way, Lord. We've come a long way. When I drove up on this campus, I looked at the beauty of it. I had seen pictures over the years as I did my research. When I drove up on this campus and saw how beautiful it is, it reiterates the song, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. We've carried our burdens in the heat of the day, knowing that the Lord will what? Make a way. Coahoma, 76 years, you have come a mighty long way. Standing before 1963 March on Washington, standing before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, still shining when many students were from plantations, had dreams, didn't know what to do, but here was Coahoma Community College, still standing. So when James Weldon Johnson wrote, "Lift every voice and sing," in that second stanza, stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sigh. We've come over the way that with tears have been watered. We've come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Well, we knew what it meant. Coahoma Community College knew what it meant. Keep shining. Keep giving hope to the hopeless, dreams to the dreamer, joy to the joyless, knowledge to the curious. What a great day in history it is, April 8th, 2025. where the light is shining in the eyes of students, SGA President, Mr. and Miss Coahoma Community College. Shining in the eyes of the faculty, the staff, the community, the president, another Alkanite, Dr. Towner. Thank you, Dr. Towner, for allowing me to come to your house to share some words on this momentous occasion. Thank you, Ms. Dawn, for the light that exuded through the telephone when you called and invited me. Thank you to the secretary's office when I called, the president's office when I called. Everybody was so pleasant. Thank you. I'm honored to have my mother, Mrs. Maddie Young, with me today, who instilled in me a sense of pride, yet humility. My aunt, who's only 5 years older than I am, I feel like I grew up with her, one of my supporters and who was a student here at Coahoma Community College back in the 80s. And to my sister, Gwendolyn Young, a former Miss Alcorn State University, who keeps me grounded and covered with prayer. Coahoma Community College has been shining a long time, setting a foundation for its inception, from its inception to making transformation that is necessary for sustainability and reliability. How do I know that the light is shining at Coahoma Community College? Well, I'm a researcher. I like to read, and I like to see how well the HBCUs are doing as I embark upon this extensive research on the sustainability of HBCUs in Mississippi. I know that Coahoma is a light because I read about it. I know because I know people like the Gooden brothers who are products of Coahoma Community College. I know because of that young man that was singing in this choir, Mr. Vance. He's from Cougar, Mississippi. Yeah, give that a hand. Can anything come good out of Nazareth? I know because Coahoma keeps providing accessible, diverse, quality, equitable educational opportunities and support services that empower and prepare students, thus engaging them in opportunities to gain knowledge, skills, and experience. Well, freshmen Carmis LaFleur and Ariana Holmes, are you here? Well, I read that they were recently in Biloxi, letting their light shine from CCC. Shine in the FBLA competition. Miss Kimberly Hollins, are you here? Recognized for 2024 Mississippi Outstanding Advisor at the state conference, letting the CC light shine. Well, Shadiah Robinson, Hope Thomas, Sherrod Davis, Ashton Harris, Jasmine Stewart, and Reginald Rogers presented their research at the Mississippi Academy of Sciences and will have their work published in the Journal of Mississippi Academy of Sciences. Miss Angela Williams, are you here? You are a light because you help to bring out the best in the students. Miss Rosa Miller is helping her students shine through hands-on experiences. Are you here? Taking them to Tallahassee Courthouse, exposing them to judicial proceedings in a courthouse where accusers of Emmett Till were tried. Hearing students' reflections from Kyla, Avery, and Jamaica Reed eloquently conveying their experiences. Well, Dr. Tyner, are you here? And Alkanite, the 5th president, the successor of the only female president of Coahoma, Dr. Tyner, who has evidently embraced the tradition yet embarked on transformation to ensure the stability and the sustainability of this community college. Kudos to you, my fellow Alkanite. Now I'm near my first closing. In the Baptist church, we have 3. When I think of a tradition, can I just talk to you for a minute? When I think of a tradition, I think about growing up in Kruger, Mississippi, that my sister and I had to sit at the dinner table with my mom and dad. Our tradition was at the dinner table, we talked about what happened in school that day. And so if Wendy and I ever said, well, Mama, they said they don't like us, or Daddy, they said that we think we this and we think we that, my daddy would say, so what that got to do with you? And I'm quoting, what that got to do with you? So our tradition was to, at the dinner table, first of all, we showed manners and respect, but we also had the opportunity to share. So that was a tradition. Now, another tradition was on Sunday morning, you were going to church. Mama didn't go and leave you in the bed. She got you up. And before you could do anything, you had to make that bed up. That part did not stick with me. So when I think of tradition, tradition is a belief, practice, or custom that is passed down from generation to generation. Our honorees here today, some of them 25 years, 15 years, give them a round of applause. Because they have been a part of a tradition and they have seen 8-track tapes, record players, disc players, component sets. Everybody had a component set. If you were born in the 60s or before, or the 70s, you had a component set. Kudos to you, because you have been a part of this tradition. And today, I salute you. Transformation occurs when an organization or individual experiences a significant structural shift in the way they perceive and understand. It is a process that is conducive to a change in the individual's and the organization's perspective and a reevaluation of their beliefs, values, and assumptions. So when the foundation that houses the standards and set of beliefs which is the tradition, meets the necessitated structure shift in how the organization operates, the organization transforms but does not lose its identity. So your theme, where tradition meets transformation. So as you're transforming, you do not have to lose who you are because the foundation has been set. Purpose and progress, standards and shifts. It brings to my mind the toy known as the Transformer. You've seen that Transformer? There is some symbolism there. Based on the situation, the Transformer can transform into a structure that is needed to survive, to overcome, to combat any force or challenge that it faces. In the face of evil, in the face of chaos, just when it seems defenseless, the Transformer transforms into a structure necessary to stay afoot, stay abreast, and to stay alive. Yet, it does not lose its identity. Because once it does what it needs to do at the time that it needs to do it, it can pop back into its identity. So there's no need for us to be afraid of transformation, because when you transform, you're growing, you're doing what is necessary, but you do not lose your what? Identity. Now, when the challenges, the storms come in like a flood, the transformer adjusts and builds a standing against it. Now, you can decide what that transformer is to you. I know what it is to me. So it is with Kahoma Community College. Like all HBCUs, CCC has stood up against the mean giants that were designed to diminish, minimize, and ostracize. CCC stood up against the mean giants. But I believe giants do die. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. By the time that CCC was established in the 1940s, racial segregation was strictly enforced by Jim Crow laws and by old age customs. The civil rights movement was still in its infancy. Laws ensuring voters' rights and equal access to jobs and public facilities were decades away. Yet, CCC stood on its mission, on its tradition, to educate the Black male and female, and now has opened its doors to all races, cultures, genders. Giants do fall. The bigger they are. Now, speaking of giants, I believe there are some good giants. I believe that there are some great giants. Well, I wonder if you know somebody by the name of B.F. McLaurin. Do y'all know him? Do you know someone by the name of James Miller? Do you know someone by the name of McKinley Martin? Do you know Dr. Vivian Presley? I want to know. And I know you all don't know Dr. Valmish Towner. You know him because he's a great giant. These are good giants, the ones that lead in good times and in the bad times. I can imagine that if I were to interview any of these presidents, they would be like Charles Dickens in The Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredible times. It was the season of light. It was a season of darkness. It was a spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. These giants that I'm talking about will not fall because they're walking tall. And they uphold the tradition of the premises of all HBCUs to educate, embrace, elevate, and empower. I think we English people call that alliteration. What does tradition do for us? It strengthens, it gives us identity, it builds character. What does transformation do for us? It optimizes the organization to pursue its fundamental purpose. It strengthens the organization structure to make it resilient enough to combat micro and macro challenges. It provides a platform for the organization to assess and audit its decision-making process, its relationship with others, its approach to how they operate. So let me make this connection here. When tradition gives identity, transformation optimizes the pursuance of fundamental purposes. When tradition strengthens bonds, transformation strengthens structures, making it resilient. When tradition builds the character, Transformation provides a platform for self-evaluation of how and why we do what we do and what we need to do to modify so that we can be what we want to be and we can do what we do just a little bit better. When tradition meets transformation, you have transportation that will serve as vehicles to sail the 7 seas, fly across the wild blue yonder, roll across the highways and byways, thus being versatile and transforming based on what is needed to keep standing and keep shining. So if you're on water, water you transform into the boat, the ship. If you're in the sky, you transform into an airplane. If you're on the highways and byways, then you pick up you some wheels and you keep on rolling and you keep on rolling and you keep on rolling. When tradition meets transformation, you can spread your wings and soar like an eagle because you know who you are in the midst of the transformation. In 1949, what was happening? For you young people, the NBA was born. They merged with 2 leagues merged to form the NBA. The Cold War heated up the Soviet Union. To counteract the threat, the US and European allies signed the NATO Charter. President Truman announced his plans for domestic policy. Sara Lee's cheesecake was introduced. I had to throw that in. Those were the best of times, the worst of times. Sara Lee's cheesecake was good and sweet, but none of them was as sweet and ultimately benefited African-American boys and girls like the establishment of Coahoma Community College in 1949. Recognized as the first educational institution for Negroes to be included in Mississippi's system, and I'm quoting, of public junior colleges and to be eligible to share in funds appropriated by Mississippi legislature for the support of public junior colleges in 1950. Granted its own district by the 1995 Mississippi legislative and signed by Governor Kirk Fordyce. Coahoma Community College, still standing, still transforming. And in April 23rd, 1954, nearly 98 years ago, Orville Mosley wrote the lyrics encompassing the tradition, but embraced transformation when he wrote, Coahoma, Coahoma, our noble alma mater. We laud thee, we hail thee with never-ending praise. The fortune of our future lives, we cast a ray of light on thee. The shades of night will swiftly disappear with thoughts of thee so near. Coahoma, Coahoma. Somebody said Coahoma, Coahoma. Our beacon of tomorrow, we will always shout thy glory. Our alma mater dear. Coahoma, Coahoma. If you are a student, stand up. If you are a faculty member, you stand up. You are a faculty member. If you are a staff member, stand up. If you are an administrator, stand up. If you are the president, stand up. If you are a community citizen of this great community, please stand up. So Kahoma, you're standing on tradition. And when your tradition comes face to face with transformation, you can keep your boots on the ground. So as I go to my seat, I have one question. Where them fans at? Have a great day.
Let the door of the church be open, please. All right, I am just excited. It's a great time of the year. Hello, everybody. I'm just feeling very nostalgic here, just to see Doctor. I had to bristle when we say that because we know each other. When Miss Dunn called me and asked me about the speaker, I don't know if you knew that I knew. She asked me about our speaker, and I just said, well, let me think about it. But I've been knowing our speaker since college days. Mom, I can tell you now, great to meet you. Your daughters are very virtuous, smart, established, iconic figures at Alcorn State University. And she did a splendid job. Would y'all give her a hand? Kruger, Mississippi. You must visit Kruger before you go to heaven. But certainly we're grateful to Dr. Wallace for coming and being with us. I tell you, I'm just trying to find my footing. I remember, were you 91 as well or 92? 91. I remember when Dr. Walter Washington made some comments during our graduation or commencement exercise. He said, you're Alcornites, you're going to go out into the world, you're going to be able to talk, you're going to be able to think, you're going to be able to stand and represent the Alcorn brand, and to see you do what you do, I'm really excited about that. So thank you for coming to Kahoma Community College, right? And family, we appreciate you as well, your sister, as well as, I didn't know your aunt. You say your aunt went here in the 80s? I got to get some stories from her then and find out when the days of McKinley Charles Martin. But we're happy to have you here. The brevity of time, I tell you, I could go on and on and on, but certainly appreciate you coming. We do have a gift here for you. Come on. Now this is, they say Delta country, but AKAs are here as well. So I want you to do the honor, if you would, Miss AKA.
Yes. Are there any other members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated in the audience? If you will, please come forward. Please come forward as we honor this phenomenal speaker.
Please, come on. Don't deny me of this time. Come on, sorority.
That's right. So on behalf of Kahoma Community College, our students, our faculty, staff, and administration, we'd like to honor this phenomenal speaker, Dr. Jennifer Young Wallace, who is also a wonderful member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Thank you on behalf of our students, our president.
I would be in the picture.
No, you always welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, she wants a picture.
Hold it. Okay.
She wants a picture.
Yes.
I want everybody.
Okay, let's squeeze in. Can the president please be in the picture? Dr. Tanner, will you please come on by our speaker? Yes. You be by your Yes, you're over here. She wants you right here. Yeah, by your cousin.
Y'all tell Natasha I was just.
He's our friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Deltas, y'all can breathe now. The Deltas, they can breathe now. All right. Okay, come on, let's give her another one. Kahoma hand, Alcornites. Kahoma has always had a closeness with, just a brief history. Kahoma has always had a close connection with Alcorn. The first two presidents, B.F. McLaurin from Collins, Mississippi, was the founder. He was first president. The second president from Yazoo City, Mr. James Earl Miller. And then the third president was a Jacksonian, but I'm told during the search, Dr. Washington called and said, you know that the president of Coahoma is always an Alkanite. And then Ms. Hanford, he made the late Joseph Wheatley become a finalist. And so even almost the third president was almost an Alkanite. Of course, the fourth president, but then the fifth president resurfaced again as an Alkanite. So we've always had a close affinity to Alcorn, all of our sister schools, but particular to Alcorn State University. So we thank you for the precepts that are given to us on today. My clock has stopped. I got to make sure I know what time. So, hey, we're here today. This is a feverish time of the year. We're celebrating a lot of things, ending up the year. And one of the things we want to celebrate is to highlight employees. One important book in my life as president is a book written by the president emeritus of the University of Michigan by the name of James Duderstadt with a D. He's written a book called A View from the Ham. And that book has a lot of themes in it, but one main theme of that book is people are the most important aspect of an institution. Folks from Valley, y'all can smile and stuff now. I mean, and somebody get that on the way back. But I said that to say this from that book. You know, the people make up the institution. We can talk about, you know, when we were created and what we've done, but the people make up the institution. And James Duderstadt talked about, particularly when you got to be careful about letting folk go and when folks retire, because a lot of institutional knowledge leaves with those persons. We're happy today, we're happy and sad, so to speak, to see some people they're reaching these milestones. We're happy about that, but then people that are retiring, we're happy about that as well, but then a little bit sad too, because we're losing some institutional knowledge. So without any further ado, I will go and we will service those that are here on today. I'm gonna go in my order here. Okay, all right, good. And they're here, and this person here. I didn't hear a thing she said because I can't hear, but anyway. Okay. All right. So we're going to go years of service, and that is this person here as a Master's of Health from the University of Mississippi. They have a Bachelor's of Health Sciences also from the University of Mississippi, Associate Applied Science in Pre-Engineering and Pre-Pharmacy from Phillips Community College. And then this long word called polysomnography. We should say polysom, certificate program instructor here and director at the college, and they enjoy kayaking. Try to spell that, kayaking, as well as hiking and sports. And they are married and have one child. And without giving that person up, you got to kind of know who they are. And that is, would you give it up for Miss Christina Bolton for 15 years of continuous service. Next person we have is a respiratory care instructor, health sciences, short-term program director. They have a bunch of degrees and credentials, AS in respiratory care from Christian Brothers University, a BA in healthcare from Rochville Strayer University, and registered respiratory therapist, a neonatal pediatric specialist, and some more things that I probably chop my mouth up trying to pronounce. Hobbies are computers, web design, and Christian education. He is Mr. Macedonia Baptist Church. If you ever go on the outside of Batesville, just to see a big old church on the west side of Batesville. He has 3 children, and he can teach a lot of us a lot of things. Would you give it up for this person for 20 years of service, Mr. Anthony Brooks? Yeah, hopefully I'll renew my certification before you leave. And all right, this person here, they started working here when they were 2 years old. They have 25 years of service, and they went to Coahoma Agricultural High School. Do we have any AGGIE folks out here? AGGIE. That's another Alkanite over there in the corner over there. And they graduated from Aggie back in the day, and then from Coahoma Community College as well twice. And they have also a BS degree in information technology and an MA in teacher education from Kaplan University. I have no idea what is DIY crafts, whatever that is, but what? Oh, well, thank you. I should have read this before I do-it-yourself crafts. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not on a teleprompter. And home projects, shopping, spending quality time with family, mentoring others, and staying active through Zumba. They are married and a proud mother of one son and a daughter. Is a long-time CCC employee, a daughter of a long-time CCC employee, and that's Miss Ethel Thomas. She hails from that big grand town called Farrell, Mississippi. 25 years. Could you give it up for Miss Trina Cox? I don't want to do that first. Only, it's like a consolation prize. Only ones that are here. All right, this person here is cool as a peach without the fuzz. Cool and smooth as a window pane. He started when he was 5 years old here at Coahoma Community College, and he's been here 20 years. He is the college and career navigator, lead adult and educator instructor. He has degrees, bachelor's and master's in criminal justice from Mississippi Valley State University. Anybody from Mississippi Valley State University? The Delta Devils. Along with a master's degree in workforce development from the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. I started declension of my voice when I said that. School there. Has hobbies, enjoy grilling for family and friends, reading, conspiracy theories, exercise, and contributing to his organization. He's a member of that place that he's a member of that fraternity called the Q Dogs. And he is married and has 4 children. He had all A's in biology when he was in school. Would you please give a kind hand to Mr. Lanica Johnson for 20 years of service. All right, we need to turn some music on for this person. They are known as the Dancing Machine. Been here 20 years. I did not know that. 20 years. All right, let me read. They got a bachelor's degree in the business administration as well as a master's degree in business administration. He's a mentor. He enjoys mentoring, bowling, hanging with family and friends, and dancing. Can really dance. I wish I could show that video. I should have shown that video. And then, he almost can beat Mr. Richards dancing. He's married, and he's always exempt from final exams in biology. He has 6 children, 2 sons and 4 daughters. Been here 20 years, Mr. Joseph McKee, Dancing Machine. And he's a member of that fine fraternity called Alpha Phi Alpha. All right, this person here has been here a quarter of a century. And they are quite reputable. They serve as the director of housing and mama to all of our children on campus. Has degrees from Coahoma as well as Strayer University. Hobbies, spending time with grandkids, and she has 4 girls, 5 grandkids, and have them all named. I'm glad I don't have to mention those names. They all start with a C. All the girls start with a C. Wow. Okay, then. Been here a quarter of a century. She is Miss Housing herself, and that is Miss Diane P. Thomas. All right. This person's been here, I should say, perhaps quietly been here. No, they're the loudest faculty member that we have. Been here 20 years, and she's just gonna come up here so excited. She's just gonna be buckling. I know. Just watch what I tell you. Now she's just gonna be buckling when they come up here. Now, this person here is the business and CIS instructor, PTK contact advisor. If you all know what those acronyms mean, Google them. Received an AA from Mississippi Delta Community College and transferred to Delta State University, where she earned both a bachelor's and master's degree in business administration. She's a graduate of Mississippi State University, earning an educational specialist degree in industrial technology. And she also studied and obtained a master's degree in library and information science, quietly, I may say, from the University of Southern Mississippi. Hobbies include American Red Cross volunteers, serving Coahoma and Quitman counties as the lead person for the sound, the Alarm on Fire campaign, and disaster action team responder. Studying the Bible, spending time with family, and traveling. She is married to Dr. Vincent D. Tompkins, and they have 2 remarkable children. I'm glad I don't have to pronounce their names either. And would you please celebrate for 20 years of service, Miss Monica M. Tompkins. Now watch how she comes. You have a brother just like me. And my kids know. I had to talk to my dad and granddad about that one. All right. Well, let's see here. Okay. So this person here, man, I tell you, well, they can I just go ahead? I'm gonna go unscripted here. They used to manage the pastime. Y'all some young folks, y'all know what I'm talking about then. Or you all don't want to admit that, but they are here, and he's a jack of all trades. And again, going back to the institutional knowledge, I tell you, we're gonna have to make sure we preserve him and keep a helmet on his head, because he knows about all of the water lines, all the electrical lines, and everything with this campus. Jack of all trades. He is a product of this institution and has worked in many, many different capacities. He's certified residentially and commercially in carpentry. He enjoys fishing and hunting. He put away his pastime, stuff. He is a deacon now at First Baptist Church in Clarksville, Mississippi. He is married to the best thing in his life, Miss Emma Simpson. Where's Miss Emma Simpson there, man? Stand, Miss Emma Simpson. I'm gonna put a little stand, Miss Emma Simpson. She's Miss AKA. She ain't gonna stand. Stand, Miss Emma Simpson. All right, y'all give it up for Miss Emma Simpson. That's my classmate's mama. They've been married. They got married when they were just babies. 50 years, over 50 years. They got 5 children, and there's someone here. I tell you, Carisha is here. Raise your hand, Carisha. And I've always been butchering your name for years. But would you all please warmly celebrate the retirement of Mr. Ralph Simpson. Okay, so Ms. Dunn, you can make sure I'm okay. So I also want to acknowledge those persons that are here. We certainly appreciate all of you, but we have 9 dynamite Board of Trustee members here, and I think we have at least one here, the senior most Board of Trustee member here. He's been on the board since the school started in '49. Mr. David Williams from Tunica County, would you? He's an Alkanite, by the way. Yeah, he's an Alkanite. He's one of them Alkanite got money. As well as our representative, and he fights for us very valiantly on the state hill, and that is Mr. Orlando Payton. Would you please? Am I missing anyone else? Ms. Hanford and Ms. Dunn, all elected officials. I don't know if we're happy to have you here. Do we have any retirees here or former workers here with the college that are in our midst at this time? All right. Former worker, okay. Good to see all of you. Okay. Oh, Miss Aline Hay. Oh, yes. I tell you, my sister. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Any others? Are we missing anybody? Okay. We're happy to have each of you. We celebrate these milestone employees that shows the sustainability of the institution. We appreciate you and hope that you reach other milestones. Don't go to PERS yet. It'll still be there. All right. Don't go to PERS yet. Mr. Simpson, we also celebrate you as well as those in absentia that were on the program were not able to make it on today. We celebrate you as well. I think I am just about finished. How about my classmate, y'all? Class of 1991 again. We certainly appreciate Dr. Wallace for coming. I wish I would have known that her uncle was the one that gave me the ticket, but years ago. Am I done? Okay.
Would y'all please stand and sing in the alma mater?
Turn it over. One, two.
1, 2, 3.
Kahoma, Kahoma, we kneel before thine altar in reverence, in homage, in consecration strong. Upon the earth where'er we tread, we never will thy name degrade. We challenge wrong with never any dread. We shall not be afraid. Kahoma, Kahoma, our aim is not to falter, but to be brave in the good life to which we all belong.
Picture